clinical trials into CCSVI, better known as the liberation treatment. Now, many of you know that less than 2 weeks ago, the government of Saskatchewan committed $5 million for clinical trials on the liberation therapy. And the Newfoundland and Labrador governments recently announced it would spend at least $320,000 on an observational study of MS patients who have undergone the treatment. In addition, in mid-October, Manitoba unveiled an investment in MS care and research that includes $500,000 for clinical trials of CCSVI treatment. Today, on behalf of hundreds of MS sufferers in Nova Scotia, I am asking Premier Darrell Dexter to follow the lead of Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Newfoundland and Labrador. The presence of MS in Canada, and in particularly in Atlantic Canada, is the highest in our country. This is the area of the country that should be taking the lead in finding out, one way or the other, whether liberation treatment works. From personal experience, from my own personal experience, I believe in the liberation therapy. I only have to watch my wife Shirley get out of bed, get out of her wheelchair, get out of her car. Or if we're going somewhere the next day, for her to be able to take a shower this morning rather than have to do it the night before. To some, to know that this is such a simple procedure that has given Shirley and many others relief from some of the symptoms of MS and has given them a better quality of life. Now, many of the people who are visiting Province Host today feel the same way. Some say that the therapy has allowed them to play with their children, drink from a glass of water rather than from a straw, and to walk tall. In short, they believe liberation therapy has given them back a level of dignity and independence that multiple sclerosis has stolen from them. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with liberation therapy, it's an angioplasty inside the neck veins that improves blood flow. Liberation therapy was developed by Italian vascular surgeon Paolo Zamboni after his wife was diagnosed with MS. Liberation therapy is not covered under Medicare and is not being performed here in Canada. And as a result, dozens of Nova Scotians have traveled to Poland, Bulgaria, the United States, and Mexico to undergo the procedure, often at a great personal cost. For some in the medical community and within government, liberation therapy is controversial. Nearly all of them say clinical trials are needed before governments fund liberation therapy. Still to date, very few provinces have committed to those trials. Today, with this bill, I am saying, let's get moving. It's time to move forward with clinical trials. Let's not wait for results from other provinces. Let's start the process now. Let's be leaders, not followers. Time. Time is the worst enemy for people who suffer with MS. By sitting on their hands, government is snuffing out the greatest hope for relief MS sufferers have had in years. Thank you. I'm sure there's going to be a few questions, but before that, I know that we have a few people that have a few things they'd like to say. So if I understand we have to take a little time to adjust things, so we could do that, and then we'll, Yvonne, do you want to start? Yeah. So Yvonne Anderson is going to have a few words to say.